The countdown to Christmas has already begun. We are counting down to Christmas. We have few days to go, and then we'll say Happy Christmas. Hope your weekend was very good, and hope you had a good time. And for our fan party, our dinner, it was wonderful. Thank you for coming. We had a good time getting to meet you and spending some quality time with you. The laughter, the joy of a community and family. It was a great one. So thank you for all those that could come. Thank you very much. We do really appreciate you. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. This is the front page review where I give you headlines from different newspapers in Nigeria, and then we talk about the big stories. So let's start this morning. We begin with this day newspaper. Power sector stakeholders says changing ownership of discos won't solve Nigeria's erratic electricity problem. And also here, we also have a story that said federal government over 203 billion naira spent on revitalization of primary healthcare centers in 4 years. And let's move to another paper. Let's move to another newspaper. Before then, we have this in this day that says that NAFDAC adopt measures to regulate sales of industrial foods in open market. Now to the Punch newspaper this morning, Christmas shoppers condemn naira scarcity, ATMs dry up. Electricity subsidy gulp 376 billion naira. Consumers pay 783 billion naira. That reports in the Punch newspaper. No treatment for Dago favor. Exercise caution. NCDC warns. Rivers ex-Pandef secretary. Others knocks Wike defectors. Don't pull the ladder you use in climbing, Wike warns politicians. U.S. lawmakers want Nigeria on the concern list over blasphemy killings. And now to another story here. The Punch newspaper says, top 13 facts about Buhari at 81. Now let's move to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Rivers crisis, ROV, SG, PDP, G27 lawmakers disagree over vacancy of seat. Clerk to ACJN, Ariwola tackle corruption, malpractices in judiciary. And we have here that the show God destined Olaoye to be king, Pastor Adeboye says. And we also have here that Ayedatiwa didn't freeze local government account in Ondo government. And also in the Vanguard newspaper this morning, we have that Rivers crisis, ROV, SG, PDP, G27 lawmakers disagree over vacancy of seat. Man snatches gun from policeman, kills one in Rivers. And to the nations this morning, Wike to Fubara, don't pull down ladder you used in climbing. Lalong resigned from FEC. Now, the writer says former Labour and Employment Minister opts to take Plateau's South Senate seat. Port Harcourt refinery ready this month. NMPCL insists. Rivers Assembly 27 our defection constitutional. That's in the Daily Trust newspaper. Afenifere raises alarm over rising kidnapping in Southwest. To the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, we have here that strike NMA gives federal government ultimatum to meet demands on salary reviews. Nigerian appointed first black female commissioner in Chicago. And in the Sun newspaper this morning, we have a major 3.4 trillion naira in circulation. Cash crunch persists in bank. And we have that BDCs, SMEs, others grown as POS agent hike charges. Bandits kill 4 farmers, adopt 8 in Castina. And still in the Sun newspaper this morning, Syrup sues INEC over failure to prosecute electoral offenders in Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo. And the Guardian newspaper reports this morning that federal government firms trade jobs as illegal expatriates take over economy. Wike to lay foundation for Plateau Film Village, December 28. Kanu residents won't accept injustice. Deputy Governor warns. Now the writer says no out of court settlement, APC clarifies. And finally, escalating cost of items, travel cast a shadow on Xmas celebration. Now we'll move to look at the top stories this morning. These are your headlines from 7 newspapers in Nigeria. Not all of the headlines, just some of them. Just picked, I think, 4 each from the 7 newspapers. So I'm connecting with Rufal Seni now for the analyst. Okay, I'm connecting with him for. Okay, we'll get to him shortly. He's going to analyze some of the top stories here. Okay. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning, bless you, Mary. We thank all of you for attending our party. Mary, thank you. Thank everybody for putting it together. God bless you all. Great next year for all of us. You all, we love you so much. Love this VIP family.
Yes. It was a good one. It was on Saturday. Now, we have an interesting write-up here. It's in the Punch newspaper. I talked about the 13 facts about Buhari at 81. I think that was one of the interesting news during the weekend because the former president marked his 81st birthday and roughly 6 months after the completion of 2 terms as a president of Nigeria. And then there was this write-up, interesting write-up about him that picked out some of the qualities that a lot of people took for granted. Now, some people say that Buhari is one of the most misunderstood president in Nigeria. Now, it's quite long. It's quite long what they wrote about him. But let me read the number 5 fact. It said when he assumed office, he announced at the open ground office inauguration that the command and control center of the war against terrorism should relocate to Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, the epicenter of the Boko Haram ISWAP terrorism. But May this year, the military had ensured the liberalization of all occupied territories from the terrorists, and the activities of the insurgent had been restricted to the fringes of Lake Chad and the Sambisa forest. Many displaced persons had returned to their ancestral home as peace returned to the hitherto conflict area. Now, Buhari administration gave the nation a more gender-sensitive armed forces and ensured the acquisition of military equipment and platforms on a scale never seen since the Civil War. There are other interesting facts about Nigeria here. We have from 1 to 13.
Let's, with due respect, let's move on to important matters of the day. Birthday to President Muhammadu Buhari, but he's no longer president. I want to deal with issues that affects our president on ground. His handlers can try to rewrite history at this point in time. They should also tell you what Buhari did for the economy. They should also tell you the massive insecurity under Buhari, because now, you know, when they are rewriting history, you would think not only the amount of history they sweet pass. Like, we didn't even live through the 8 torrid years of President Muhammadu Buhari that met Naira at 1 something to the dollar and took it up to about 600-700, destroyed the economy, very, very uninterested. In fact, when his handlers are writing that, you should also remember that his minister that served his administration, Mr. Shitu, talked about Buhari's I don't care attitude. And these are the attitudes at which we around the nation and grind it aground. So, happy 81st birthday. You should keep resting. His handlers can write anything they want to write. That's their cup of tea. But Nigerians know what happened to them under Buhari's administration. Let's devote our time to more serious matters, not revisionary history at the back page of newspaper because you want to do eye service for your Oga.
Interesting. There are lots of stories here. So I will just give you line so you merge it together and then we'll discuss. Wike to Fubara, don't pull down the ladder you used in climbing. Now we also have there's a lot.
Ask
it's
Wike,
advising politicians.
Did he pull them down? Ask Wike that question. All the ladder that Mr. Wike, used to climb up to the governorship, didn't he pull them down? Hypocrisy is too much. I've given him reply to what he said. He pulled all of them down now. So why is he acting? You see, history has a special rule for men that play God. As Wike did to the Amechi, they will also do unto him. Forget it. His life is karma. It comes around. That's why be careful what you do. What goes around will come around. It's coming around to him now. Game on. No big deal about it.
Lalong resign. Okay, go ahead.
I said next story. Let's go ahead next.
Okay, Lalong resigns from FEC. He's not going to be a senator.
Yes, now I knew he was going to go to the Senate position before, so that position was going to, be rendered free again. I mean, I've known this information for a while now. That Lalong was going to pick what's it called, but the person that they are saying that is going to replace Lalong, that I'm hearing from my sources, is a very popular person, but I don't want to mention the name because I don't want to believe that story is true. Because it's going to create imbalance across the states, as regards who put ministers down and all of that. So, but let's say I knew he was going to resign, and since he won his Senate something, he'd rather go to the Senate. And Lalong has also been having problems with Labour, and Labour is your greatest ministerial graveyard because they'll give you problems. So I'm not surprised he did.
So now let's look at the refineries. It says here that Port Harcourt refinery ready this month. NNPCL, they have to insist to tell us that the refinery, the end of December, the timeline for the completion of the Port Harcourt refinery remains sacrosanct, says the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Do you want me to go ahead to quote?
What we need to see is oil from the Port Harcourt refinery coming into the market and at least cushioning the effect of oil in the market. That's just what we want to see. So it's not by screaming it and telling us, let us see the oil. It's not already. Isn't Dangote refinery been ready for a while? Where have we seen the oil? I beg. It's not for refinery for them to announce that it's going to be ready. It's for us to see the first batch of oil coming.
No. So that Nigerians don't mess it up. That's why they have to insist. So even if you don't see it, they are insisting. Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
It's not by saying it's ready. It's by seeing the oil. It's by letting it work. It's not by saying project complete and you're not seeing anything for it. You know how long Dangote refinery has been complete, and I'm not seeing the oil. You know how much they've even increased the date of weight. Now they say they're finally lifting oil off. Until we see the first production, I will start to see production from there. I will start to see the impact, at least marginally, on pricing. Then we know we are ready. Forget all of this talk they are talking.
Now,
I see pro eyes.
Another news here from the Sun newspaper says, amid 3.4 trillion naira in circulation, cash crunch persists in banks. And we have the BDCs, SMEs, others, and the POS operators. They have increased the money, their transactional fees.
I mean, I don't know. People are hoarding money, but obviously, not a method that is here again. It's Cardozo. So maybe like they did video for Emefiele, they will not do video for Cardozo. Maybe they will do video for him now, like that man, that comedian did video for Emefiele. We are waiting. But it's just sad, and I don't know why all of this is happening. The CBN is complaining of hoarding and all of that. I think what we should also try to do is to bolster, transfer channels of money, that are apart from cash. Because either ways, we need to be able to make this conversation about cashless permanent. If we are to increase telecoms infrastructure and the likes, we need to do it at some point. And the CBN needs to solve the problem.
Now, to other news here, we hope that the Naira crunch does not get worse. We hope it just will see. We really know. Imagine, no, we hope it doesn't get worse. Something is done immediately because the money is not even there. The money to spend is not even there. When you want to spend your money, you're being charged more, or you can't even see the money to spend. That's
people are really regards that to Mary. Oh, yeah.
Now we have that Sanwo-Olu announces trader money for Lagos marketers. He said Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Sunday announced the 750 million naira financial intervention scheme for Lagos traders, tagged Lagos Trader Money. The scheme will see 15,000 traders across all the local government areas of the state, 200 from each local government area receive 50,000 naira each to boost their business. Or what are your thoughts?
I mean, that's a good one to help them. But I would have thought that what the Lagos State government should really do is, if they really want to boost business of all these traders, they should release the errant role of the Agberos and all these unnecessary tax force set up here and there to harass market women. I think if you remove that, then they can save their money for other things. And I think that's what they should do. And also, we'd like to ask, where is this money going to be coming from? And is this money a grant or a loan? Are they going to pay back? How is the scheme going to be sustained? Or is just another one-off money to start preparing people's mind for next election? Is that it? So they need to tell us more about where this money is going to come from and everything about the scheme. But it's a welcome one.
Yes, and also make the ways that you can access the money public so that traders, will get the money. Now, EFCC is in the news this morning. It said it seeks a law to seize unexplained wealth. We have a lot of unexplained wealth in Nigeria. People springing up, being millionaires overnight without a track record. So EFCC now, they are seeking law to seize unexplained wealth. That's one of the things that the new EFCC boss is pursuing, Mr. Ola Olukoyede. He calls for legislation against unexplained wealth, a way of checking the criminal activities of treasury looters in the country.
I mean, I would like him to start first from the government officials, because they are the biggest culprits of the unexplained wealth. You see somebody becomes government official, is madly rich. Prior to this time, he had nothing. So they need to start explaining more to us, and they should know where to start from.
And Afeni Ferry is in the news also. They are worried about the rising armed robberies in the South Wales, the kidnapping in the South Wales.
It's so bad. Lagos about the expressway, the kidnapping is bad. One happened the other day, but some people were kidnapped on that road, and a lot of people were traveling on the hillside. They should bolster security, please. It's bad.
They're calling on the president to do something quickly about it before it spreads.
Yeah, they should do something. I said Lagos about the expressway. One case of kidnapping happened the other day, and it was very bad. So please, we should do something about this. We can't afford to let our citizens go through all of this kidnapping mayhem again. They should fix it. That's the role of the government. Fix security and let the people's livelihood be better.
And still in the news this morning, we have here that Syrup sues INEC over failure to prosecute electoral offenders in Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo.
Well, I will INEC be able to prosecute them when INEC itself knows lots about these electoral offenses? Who will prosecute INEC for what happened in Kogi? That people already saw election paper. Let me call it election answer sheets. People had already seen them. So who will prosecute INEC in those areas? So let's not deceive ourselves, Mary. We deceive ourselves too much. That's the problem with us in this country. We deceive, and when you deceive yourself, you don't move forward as a nation. INEC too should start by being accountable. INEC has dropped the ball too many times. I can't even start to explain how many times INEC has been the one dropping the ball in all of this. So please, they should do better. That's what we beg them to do.
And thank God for institutions like a Syrup that seems to be calling them out every now and then.
If not for Syrup, nobody will. At least I like what Syrup is doing. People too should support Syrup, because if not for Syrup, everybody, the civil society space was dead before now. It was Syrup that and did a great work as resurrecting it. And that's an endorsement for Sarah this morning. They should continue the good work.
And before we round off, electricity subsidy gulps 376 billion naira. Consumers pay 783 billion naira. That's the news about electricity.
So the truth about the electricity subsidy is this, and we need to tell ourselves the truth, is the fact that who are those paying the subsidy? Who are those really collecting most of these monies? Because, see, apart from the lower rung of society, which hardly gets this power, the next people that use a lot of this power are industries, and most of them make alternative arrangements for their power because hitherto power is not stable. So it's not just about getting power, but it's the constants and the stability of power itself. So when you remove all of that, then it just shows you the problems that we have as a nation. So when people are talking about electricity subsidy, I say, okay, who gets this money? And those are the critical questions we don't answer within society. Government keeps saying, okay, we are paying subsidies. So who are those benefiting? Is it the low class people in society that hardly gets the power to use? That's a food for thought. So, government has always been that of accountability in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Rufal Seni, for the analysis.
Have a Merry Christmas to all of our listeners. God bless you. We love you all. Bless you. Mwah, 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 to all of our listeners. Mwah. Have a great one.
Yeah, have a great one. Thank you. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, hopefully we'll talk with Obed Awede. And the phone lines will be open for you to join the conversation. Keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations,
is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream. Delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
It's about that time for this conversation.
you want to know what the public has to say.
Your voice.
First subsidies removed.
My voice. Our voices must be heard.
Problem here as far as I'm concerned, it's not helping the society because the way things are going now, everything has gone up.
For current news and daily updates, trends and vibes, vital information and more. Tune in daily to the best radio station. VOP, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos. Now you have a voice. Speak up.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, 29 minutes past 7. I have Obed over there with me here. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mary.
How are you doing today?
Very well, very well.
Yeah, great. We have a couple of stories here, so I'm going to give you some of the headlines. Then we'll talk about it. We have the issue of we have the River State crisis, where Wike is advising politicians, most especially Fubara, that the ladder that pulled you up, do not ladder that helps you to climb up, do not pull it down. So he has to advise him. And also will Along resign from FEC. He's resigned now. He's not going to be a senator. We have also that the Port Harcourt refinery is ready this month. That's what NNPC is saying. They insist. And the Rivers Assembly, 27 of the defectors, they are saying that it's constitutional. What they did is constitutional. And finally, the birthday of Buhari, 81-year birthday. There's interesting facts written about him, of him being in office. Quite interesting in the Punch newspaper.
Well, interesting. Well, the most interesting fact about the Buhari years is that he increased poverty in this country. He increased the level of nepotism in government and increased the level of incompetence that we've ever seen. The 8 years of total failure. Of course, you can look at a few things and say, well, he did some roads, he did some rail. That's not the real issue. In 8 years, Nigerians went from poor to poorer under Buhari. And then somebody is saying he has interesting fact. But that's the only fact that is actually that's actually relevant to most Nigerians. It's even interesting that the government that took over from him, which is the government of his friends, the Tinubu ministers and the rest of them are actually denouncing what Buhari did. To the extent that the former minister for communication under Buhari was saying in an interview that he couldn't believe that in 8 years, Buhari could not do refinery. A minister under him, that in 8 years he couldn't believe that Buhari could not do refinery. That's the minister under him who was minister of communications. So you see that Buhari in 8 years is an all-round failure. But of course, as an old man, 81 years old, we just say, well, we wish him a happy birthday. He doesn't have anything to lose. There are a lot of 81 year old people who are begging, scrounging for their pension, that they can't get it. There are a lot of them who are trying to survive. He doesn't have that problem at all. He's living on very generous pension in Daura, and if he doesn't like, anytime Niger is open, he will always cross to Niger and cross back and be doing all these holidays and things like that. So we wish him well. Our problem is actually what is going on in this country. I believe that the Rivers case that's going on, I had a couple of calls over the weekend. Everywhere saying that Tinubu should actually do something and intervene. Tinubu is not a headmaster, man. Well, so what can he intervene? Tinubu will be there. The only thing he can do is to make sure that the security forces are actually, independent and non-partisan. As far as this issue is concerned. So if you have a situation where they are non-partisan, then of course all those fighting the whole thing in Rivers State, we know that the only place they can go to is the court. They will appeal to the judiciary that they should follow the law and do what is right. So that's just the important thing, because we know that we'll be seeing a lot of judgments, fake judgments and the rest coming on, injunctions and the rest of it. All those things will be coming up around this time, but judges must actually do the right thing, because Rivers State is not an ordinary state. It's not Ekiti State, where you had three governors in a space of 1 week under OBJ. You had an acting governor, you had Fayose that was out, you had the speaker that declared himself governor. You can't do that in Rivers State. So you do that, you're going to affect our oil production and export, and that will be more problems for this economy that's already prostrate. So I just believe that they should do what is right. For those lawmakers who say that they have the constitutional rights, well, they are not the judges. They will go to court. The speaker, the speaker who was recognized by the courts in Rivers State has already declared their seats vacant and has written to INEC that INEC should conduct the election. So I think from then on, INEC will seek legal advice, and then the other people will go to court to actually, get interpretation and the rest of them. But the consensus coming from everywhere is that, look, that honestly, that those guys just made a jump into the deep end of the pool without really looking out, because the PDP doesn't have any problem at all. Then of course we can say saying that this man should look at the ladder. If the ladder that took you up, the guy holding that ladder is a dragon, you honestly you actually have a duty to yourself to destroy that ladder. you don't have to come down. Just destroy it and start building another one. So that's all he's talking about. A ladder that took you up, don't destroy it. PDP ladder took him up. He destroyed PDP. Isn't it? PDP ladder took him up. He destroyed PDP, and so all those arguments about this thing and so on. But you can see that his tone was a lot more measured. I watched him. He didn't do personal and name calling. He didn't do those things. Rather, he was speaking like a philosopher. If the ladder that took you up, don't destroy it because it's not good for this. Because I think he has not seen that. He has not seen that there is a balance of terror. He has tried his own, and people are behind the governor. I know that he won't have it easy in Rivers State. So that's where we are.
Thank you very much, Ubeda. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks a lot. I'm sorry for my voice. I've been up since around 1 a.m.
No.
Okay, thanks.
Quite understandable. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll go for okay. Let's not go for a break. You just open the phone lines right away, so we'll get to hear from you because of time. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sister Mary.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
Compliment of the season. This is Wike from Insecurity.
Right. Good to speak with you this morning. Welcome.
Okay. Thank God that we are almost coming to the end of this thing. I heard of Wike trying to say that the governor should not destroy the ladder that he used to climb.
Yeah, hello, are you there?
Wike spoiled, scattered PDP. And now, it's now turning. That is what the Igbo Dicen is saying, that you should not destroy the hand that feeds you during the time of raining. Now he's talking against it. He knows that what he did, how he put PDP, both their 5G Dicen, is not good. He scattered everything and put them beyond recognition. Now he's trying to come back to know himself. Well, let's leave all those things. The karma will judge them. That is what I'm saying. Let him go home and rethink and not to spoil rivers. Let the governor do what he wants to do with the state. And let him continue taking care of the SCT that they have.
Thank you very much, Ike. I guess the network isn't so good. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary, good morning.
Good morning to you, Peter Monte. Good to hear your voice this morning.
Mary, I missed our party on Saturday. And then, because of our end of the year party in our Sunday school, I believe by the grace of God, next time I will be available. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Hopefully.
Yeah, now, Mary, Edwin Clark has written to Ariguola that he should fight corruption in the judiciary.
Yes.
The man that retired, another judge that retired the other time told us there is corruption in judiciary. Many before now, they used to tell us that judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Now, if judiciary, according to prominent Nigerians, have been immersed in corruption, now how do you convince me to accept a judgment that comes from such a judiciary? Because a bitter fountain cannot bring out sweet water. So if judiciary is corrupt, that means the judgment from the judiciary will be corrupt. Then I have to consult my brain first before I accept any judgment that comes from a corrupt judiciary. I'm not the one saying this, please. Nigerians have been saying it, and Edwin Clark knows what he's talking about. So let that man fight corruption in judiciary. Let our hope return to judiciary. Because what is happening now, sometimes I fear. Sometimes I don't know where Nigeria is going. If the last hope of the common man has been destroyed by corruption, where will Nigeria go? And finally, Buhari marked 81 years. Mary, it should be a thing of joy. But I don't know how joyous the parent of the Chibok girls and Leah Sharibi will be. Because 2015, Buhari told us that he was going to bring back the Chibok girls live in one unit They should give him about 6 months or thereabout. And today, Buhari spent 8 good years being the president of Nigeria and refused to bring back the Chibok girls, people's daughters. I don't know whether Buhari daughters were part of his birthday, whether his wife were part of birthdays. Now, these are ladies that are in the forest with terrorists, and they could not take part in Buhari's birthday, not their own birthday, not even their father's birthday. They are in the forest without their permanent place. Mary, Buhari should do everything possible to hand over the list of those sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria to Tinubu, and let's fish them out and bring back our Chibok girls. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Peter Mosa. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and then we'll get to talk. For WhatsApp is 0700 903 9039. I'm going to be going through some of the messages that we have right away on WhatsApp. I have Azu Chijoke says, if you know he will be shown, why didn't Pastor Adeboye make it open all the while? Naira scarcity everywhere. Who will prosecute the present CBN governor? Was it not partly because of this that Emefiele is in jail? Who is targeted at this time? I see no good reason for this but to suffer people unjustly. Wike allow Rivers State be. Go form your government with your loyalists who have left the government. A bag of rice is 60,000 naira. Live fowl hits 20,000 naira. Hits 20,000 naira to 25,000 naira this Christmas. Yet many states can't pay 30,000 naira minimum wage. What a country. Fashola, when NAS becomes... Okay, thank you very much. Let's leave it here. The message is quite long, so I could take others. Leo from Lagos says, good morning. Good morning to you all. Zamfara under siege and attacked by terrorists called bandits, and 60 persons kidnapped by the terrorists, and the terrorists are harvesting their organs of the kidnapped victims. Okay, Leo, thank you for your message. Prince Iotek from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary. It's a Monday, let's go make the money. Our judiciary has failed us. The federal government mortgaged our judiciary, therefore they don't have words of their own. Our president is going about looking for investors while the ones on the ground are packing off. Look at the way citizens are being treated. Tell me which foreign investors that will see what's going on in Nigeria and come to invest. Our Supreme Court are no longer supreme. Soon they will be referring matters to the magistrate court. What a word of Wike is irrelevant. Why himself has pulled the ladder he used to climb. Please let them release Mazina Bikali. Prince Ayotek, thank you. Thank you very much for your message. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sister Mary.
Good morning to you, sir. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Okay, my name is Peter Isifo.
Okay, Mr. Peter.
I'm speaking from Abaraja in Harcourt.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Peter.
I want to talk on the ladder as a metaphor.
Okay.
Yeah, your analyst, Obed, and some people are saying that Wike destroyed PDP, but I want to let them know that he never destroyed PDP. In fact, it was Atiku that was very complacent and thought that he would win without Wike and the other 4 governors who supported Wike. So, Wike never destroyed PDP. As far as Rivers is concerned, Fubara is trying to buy the fingers that fed him. I've said it many times on radio. And then the 27 House of Assembly members that cross-carpeted to APC, they are right because they have established a prima facie case. In religion, especially in Catholicism, we are saying that sin, any sin is sin, whether big or not. So division and crisis is the same. There's problem in a PDP national body as far as the secretariat is concerned. So I believe that strongly later the court will make the 27 assembly members to come back. And any law or especially the budget that has been passed, dubiously passed by the River State people, will be nullified and be seen as of as null and void.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can't say that it was dubiously passed. It wasn't dubiously passed according to the Constitution. So let's wait and see how the rivers crisis pans out. And let's see what will happen. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
It's in Nemeka on the line, please.
Nemeka from Ejigbo, welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good work, my dear. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Your guests two of your guests have said it all. First of all, Buhari being 81 years, we will still wish him happy birthday. Despite say he's one of the statesmen that failed Nigeria woefully. You know why I say Buhari failed Nigeria? I follow shouted 2014. Shea Buhari, Shea Baba. The reason why I'm shouting Shea Baba, then convince me that Buhari is a military man. That when he gets to office as a civilian president, he will sit well and make Nigeria work well. Then I believe that. I follow shout Shea Baba. Buhari come and pour shame on our faces. To this time, Boko Haram and bandits are chasing Buhari convoy at Abuja, and Buhari couldn't do anything as a ex-military man. That's why I said anything from APC, as a government, as a party, is a failure to Nigeria. I'm not hiding myself. I will not hide my voice to say it. Anything APC is a failure to us. This one now, only God knows what we will face 4 years coming. Only God in heaven knows what we are coming to face. But all I'm saying that this country called Nigeria will not die with anybody. This country will live and become what God wants it to become. If anybody ready to die, he will die and Nigeria will still live. All of them that is behaving that Nigeria will die with them, they are liars. Nigeria is not going to die with anybody. This country will be great again, once again, when the time comes. And another thing again, that white elephant that is at Harcourt refinery. And they are saying that they will start work this year. And no sign of report that show that any work is going on there.
Thank you, Nemeka.
No sign of report that shows that any work is going on there. And they say that to us, my dear.
Thank you.
Let them be careful. We are human beings. We are not saying that us bear our brain. No.
Thank you.
That brain bear our brain like them.
Thank you.
Let them be careful. God bless you, my dear.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, and then we'll get to talk. Let me take some WhatsApp messages before I go back to the phone line. Another trader money in Lagos. What a cash out for politicians. Please don't be offended, Abby. Oh, thank you very much for your message. I think your name is not included. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Mary, good morning. This is Fubara from Electoral.
Okay, welcome.
People wish Buhari happy birthday. I cannot wish Buhari happy birthday for me because they make Nigeria angry every year, there and there. And the other caller say which river state maybe the old people get right to cross the APC. Maybe I don't know, maybe the guy benefit from the APC. Any of my family, I don't talk now. They talk about APC. I delete their number from my phone because they make Nigeria angry. That's my number.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Elena from Agege sent a message here. Says everyone could see obviously now that most Nigerian politicians need psychiatric attention. It baffles me that Wike could come out publicly to say that Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, should not pull down the ladder that brought him into office. Invariably, Wike is saying that Fubara's success in the governorship election was single-handedly done by him. In other words, he was and still the godfather of politics in Rivers. Whereas we all knew how much role he played in going against Oshomole as the godfather then. In fact, only God can save this nation from all these hypocrites. politicians in Nigeria. God, please arise to save the nations from the hands of blind and insensitive leaders. Again from Agege, thank you for sending in your message. Frank Onero from USA says EFCC don't need new law for the prosecution of economic crimes. If you are serious, they will start with the politicians at local government, states and federal levels that loots our treasury dry with impunity. Nobody should be above the law in Nigeria. Frank Onero, thank you for your message. Harry Ogada says Wike is reaping what he has sown. He wants to be Godfather when he does not have a godfather himself. APC will soon throw him into thank you. Let's end that. Thank you very much for your message. Back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
What's your name and location?
I am Emeka. I'm calling from Ejibo.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, I want to go to River State. It is very, very unfortunate that we have allowed this political rascality to ride on in Nigeria. We keep saying that Fubara should not put down the ladder that brought him to power. Is it at the expense of taxpayers' money? Is Wike the owner of Nigeria or the owner of River State? He finished 8 years tenure in River State and left there to become the minister of FCT. And he wants to control River State from FCT. And people are up there supporting him. And our president is keeping quiet. With this impunity in River State, it shows that Nigerian politics has no future. The masses are at the suffering end of it. If the two elephants are fighting, is it not the grass that will suffer? Now look at where we find ourselves. And the same method of politics is what goes on in Lagos and so many other states. And that is why I always encourage the governors who will go to power and pull down the so-called godfathers. Excuse me. They have made Nigeria a mess. Economic, zero. Security, zero. Health-wise, zero. Education, zero. Public service, zero. And all what they could think of is godfatherism. How to put a whole state in one person's pocket. If they think that this is how Nigeria will go up, then let us start there. Then we see it. I believe Nigerians should stand up at a particular day and kick out these politicians. They brought Nigeria to its knees. And Buhari is number one, followed by Tinubu. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll go to YouTube now to read some of the messages that we have there. So if you sent about 3 of your messages, I'm going to take just one so that I could read others. Okay, I have Ola Adewale said, the prophetic trying to be relevant about a Yoruba king is no longer holding water in my judgment. Okay, thank you very much. Speak Less says, another trader money again. Okay, the government cannot these politicians reason normal for once? Okay, I'm trying to edit what you wrote. Not everything I can read on air. I hope you understand. Mama Obasui says, forget Buhari's matter. Thank you. The Franklin Dixon says, Wike and his group will be adequately taken care of by the people of Rivers State and Niger Deltans at large. What goes around definitely comes around. Thank you very much. Ezekiel Abayomi says, Merry Christmas to you and all VOP staff and management for hosting all your listeners. Thank you very much, Abayomi. Thank you. I appreciate you. Simeon Nakalu said the River House members should not destroy the ladder PDP that took them up. Thank you. That's it. Okay, I can't read your message, Luo. Okay, I have Prince Will Obika says, government, please save Nigeria from hardship. From Prince Will. Prince Will, thank you very much for your message. Hannah said, Mary, what are you talking? Real Buhari. Okay, let me see. What are you saying? Okay. Thank you. I can't read your message. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mary.
John Legendy.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I just want to thank VOP for a wonderful get together on Saturday. It was wonderful and cool. And I thank every member of VOP family.
It was a pleasure seeing you, John Legend.
Yes, that is my take this morning. I don't have anything for Nigeria again. I have said all my mind. So if Nigeria want to work, let it work. If Nigeria don't want to work, let us be where we are. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, John Legend. I appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. Oh, I just checked the time. My goodness, time is up. Time is up. I need to go. Let me take this message. I'll take just one. KC Onoha from Jojo Alaba said, good morning, Mary. Wike is trying to correct his mistake, but it's too late for him because Wike is greedy. The current governor of River State is from Calabari, and Calabari people is the original owner of River State. Ikwere people benched them since 1999, but Wike gave power back to them. The fight now is between Ijaw people and Ikwere people. Wike is greedy, and his greed will lead him. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can read the other part of the message. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. I appreciate you. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. Coming up next is Oge Ndigbo. You can follow me on social media. I'm there at Mary Media. Do not change the dial. Keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.